All I do is think about you. All I do is think about you. Da 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 da. I'm thinking, baby, boom 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 boom, about you, baby. Do 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 do. Subscribe, baby. Boom boom boom. Come on and subscribe, baby. 'Cause all I do is think about you. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I'm just goofing around, messing up songs. This ain't got nothing to do with this video. I heard the song earlier, so it was in my head. So I just figured I'd sing it here. But what's up, y'all? This is Ty. Y'all know what I'm here for. I am here to review Season 2, Episode 22 of Tyler Perry's comedy drama soap opera, The Oval. And tonight's episode is titled what? It is titled Doomsday. But before I get into that, I got to give a shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Love you, love you, love you. Shout outs to y'all holding me down, leaving comments in the comment section. Shout outs to R. Smith, who said, and I like that R. Smith, that they came here for their first time. They enjoyed it, and they said they're going to see, they are predicting that I'm going to have thousands and thousands of subscribers. I appreciate that. That's what's up, R. Smith. Also, shout outs to Simply Be Yourself 100, Tony Tone, House of Sir James, Angelica the Brat, Randall Brown, Miss Tasha, Jay Goodwin, Bobby Ray, Shamika Berryman, Lamont Simpson, the R.C. Kroger, Tia Devine, Savannah Rivers Amore, and June BLC. Thank you all. And y'all know what y'all could do. Y'all could hit that what? That subscribe button is over there. It's over there. Wherever it is on your device, hit it. Subscribe, leave comments. Let's have a good time. So now I got that all out the way. Let's get down to tonight's episode. The First Lady, man. The First Lady and Priscilla with their conversation. So, you know, Priscilla was talking to Richard, and she was saying, that bitch. And the First Lady came in there flexing her authority, her muscle. What did you say? What was that? See, this is what I don't like, y'all. I can't stand people who are in power that think they could talk and treat people any kind of way. I don't care who you are. I was raised, you're going to show me respect the way I show you respect. I don't care if you're the boss, whoever you are, show me some respect. That ain't how you do people. So she was like, what was that you said? Now, Richard was definitely acting like a butler, a scary butler. Oh man, oh no, Mr. She wasn't talking about you. Priscilla wasn't having it. Priscilla was like, listen, it was a personal conversation. Mind your business, ho. It was a personal conversation. And she said something to Priscilla. Priscilla said, you know what? F that. She said, let me tell you something. Priscilla lit into the First Lady. She said, let me tell you something. You are a pathetic excuse for a woman, and you are an embarrassment to black women. Your breath stink, you're ugly, you ain't never gonna be nothing. No, she ain't say all that, I'm just adding. You ain't never gonna be nothing. You treat your kids like crap. They crazy, they messed up. You're miserable. And you know why you're miserable? Because you ain't got no love and you don't know the Lord. I'm adding, but you know, she really lit into her, and she said, and you don't, my husband told me about you and how you came on to him. And she said, you so low, you don't have enough class to not even sleep with the help. What's wrong with you? She really ripped into her. And so the First Lady was like, you're fired. She said, nah, B, I ain't fired. I'm going to take a little break. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to take a little break, right? And, you know, maybe I'll take a week off, maybe. But you ain't firing me. You know why? Because I will write a book that will light your whole family on fire. She said, where Jean at, huh? Where Jean? You think I don't know about that? See? She said, where Jean at? I know your little dirty secret. She said, F with me, B. F with me. I said, oh, go ahead, Priscilla. Priscilla was on, and she said, mess with me if you think. You ain't firing nobody. I'm here, that's that. And I'm like, but the funniest part of that whole scene was Richard, because did y'all see how Richard kind of took the knife like while in the middle of it? He's like, let me just move that knife out the way. Because he's like, Priscilla, I don't want Priscilla to hurt her right here. But that was excellent right there. That was funny to me. And what could the first lady say? She can't say nothing. And Richard said something to her. And she said, yeah, and Richard could get your tea because you might be, he can get your tea. That way you don't have to worry about it being poisoned, ho. That was funny. I was looking for, I'm going to be honest, I was looking for a drag down fight. I wanted y'all on top of the kitchen counter throwing dishes at each other. I was looking for one of them old school dynasty fights, but that ain't what happened. But anyway, after that, the first lady goes and talks to Lily, and Lily kind of got into it too. She told Lily she admires her. My husband is sleeping around, yours is gay, blah blah blah. And Lily told her, she said, you know what? There's some things you can change. And Lily politely ripped into it. She said, you're a little rough. You got a rough jawline. You need some feminine energy. You're a little hard. Like, soften up, first lady. She said, you walk around, you don't know how to walk in heels. You walk like a man. You talk like you're rough. You're not. Where's your feminine energy? Your feminine energy. We need that. And I thought that was funny. So I guess these two are building, I don't know why I did that, but I guess these two are building a relationship. They're going to be friends now, whatever. We also saw in tonight's episode that crazy Jason going to Alan, telling Alan, listen, I tried to hurt your girl, but I did it for you. Because Jason's crazy self somehow believes that he and Alan are friends. And I'm like, this is nuts. This is totally nuts. And so he's like, do you know who hit me, by the way? Because somebody hit me. I almost had her, but somebody hit me. So Alan at first wasn't going to say nothing. He said, no, I hit you, man. I hit you. And then as they're having that conversation, Donald walks in. So Jason leaves. And then Alan tells Donald, he needs some help because he wants me to help him kill the president. This boy seriously needs help. And he really does. He really does. Meanwhile, speaking of Donald out here jealous. He done called a hit out on poor little Dale that work at the pharmacy. Dale don't bother nobody. Dale is just a homeless man trying to get on his feet, working in the pharmacy. Had a little fling with Kyle, but what's the name don't like that. Donald don't like that. So we see Donald talking to this guy named Vince, who apparently him and Vince used to get it on. Babe. They used to do. And he's like, Vince, I need you to take care of something. Take these files right here. This guy right here, get rid of him. He works in the pharmacy. Make it look like it was a robbery. And I'm like, why you want to kill Dale? That is so ridiculous. So he's really jealous. See, that's not the craziness. So Vince was like, well, can we meet up after at the hotel after I do this killing? I said, these some sick people. He's like, can we meet up at the hotel after I do this kill for you, baby? And then, so this is a whole mess. And apparently Kyle don't like Vince and all this other stuff. That's what we learned. So anyway, Vince goes to this pharmacy, but before he's there, we notice, what's the lady's name? I forgot her name, but this is the same woman who was this close to getting some from Richard. She goes to the pharmacy and she's having a conversation with Dell. Some product she needs, she can't get, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. She leaves, in walks Vince. He's flirting. Now, this scene made me laugh. He comes in there, he's like, oh, give me a box of condoms. Did y'all look at that box of condoms? This was a no-name brand. Don't pick up that brand. You don't need that. You need the Trojan or something. He picks up a box. The box said condoms on it. I laughed so hard. It just said condoms. Big box. So he said, no, I need a bigger size, because so he showed him another box of cheap, no frills, no brand, no name brand condoms. And then he started talking about lube and all this flirty stuff. Oh, you're cute, and don't you think I'm cute? And it's too bad, you gotta die. And poor Dell is oblivious. He don't know what's going on. And it looks like he shot Dell. Looks like he's killed Dell, and I hope Dell hasn't gone to the king, but it looked like he took him to the king. I don't know. Looked like he going on to glory, and I thought that was sad because Dell did not deserve that. He really did not deserve it. Let's talk about Barry and the Ragadooshies now. So we know Barry come in, he's all hurt. He's like, he's sitting down, but he makes a phone call to one of his homeboys, and he's like, it's Barry. And this made me laugh because dude was like, I know who this is. I got call ID. I'm like, who doesn't have call ID on their phone? Mostly these days. Like, what are you talking about? But anyway, I thought that was funny. So then he tells him, listen, the Ragadooshies, they got my daughter. I need you get your homeboys, y'all come and help me get my daughter back. And the dude was like, sure. And he told him, because they got money too. There's like $100,000 up in there. There's money laying around. So he's like, we gonna gather the boys. So Barry and the thugs are gonna go to the camp, to the Ragadooshi cult camp, wherever they're at, and try to rescue Barry's daughter. Now, Barry's going to leave the house, and he see Miss Nancy cleaning the dining room table. Remember the table where he was laid out at? And she said, where you going? He said, I'm about to take a drive. She said, no, you can't because your father took your keys. He said, no, well, I'm still going anyway. So he tells his mother, me and my boys are going to go get my daughter. We're going to get my daughter. You know, that's Barry's line right there. That's all in his script. Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? Listen, Tyler, if you're watching this, can we please let him rescue his daughter from the Ragadooshi? Can somebody get his daughter from the Ragadooshi? Because I'm tired of his storyline. It's getting on my nerves. Bring that little girl back from the Ragadooshi. I don't know. I don't watch Ruthless. I don't know how this would affect the other show. But can we just bring the girl back, please? Please, let's bring that back. I beg of you. Bring her back. Bring her back. All right, let's move right along to Sharon and Kareem. They have an interesting conversation where Sharon tells him, I can't marry you because I still love Barry. Although Barry treats me like crap, I still love him. So Kareem is all up in his feelings about this, and she's like, I love him. He's like, oh, the guy's no good for you. And she's like, I know he treats me bad, but I just love the man. Like she just loves him. That's their storyline annoys me too, because I'm still trying to figure out how Kareem fell so heads over heels in love with her so quickly. It's a lot going on. She just lost a baby, but she still has this love for Barry. So hopefully she'll get back with Barry once Barry gets his kid back from the Ragadooshi. If he gets his kid back from the Ragadooshi, because that's been going on for a long time now. Quite a long time. So, I don't know. That's crazy. So I'm looking at my notes here. What else I see here? The First Lady and her husband go to see her father. I guess they do. And the father is played by none other than the great actor, director, Bill Duke. And he's on his deathbed. I'm dying. He's talking this, I'm dying, grave monotone voice. But he lets them know, y'all have effed all of this up. You're a hot mess. He calls the president country and ignorant and stupid. And, I'm dying. And when I die, they're going to take y'all down. They're going to want to impeach him. They're going to want to assassinate. They're going to just kill y'all. First Lady is shook. Like, oh my goodness, Daddy, I'm so sorry. He's like, shut up. Like, he's just rude to her or whatever. He says, and I knew my wife was dying. She's getting up there in age. But, for you all to let your piece of crap son strangle my wife, he's like, you know what? So he's like, he needs to be exterminated. He's trash. He's talking about his own grandson. He's trash. Put him out of it. Let him go on to glory too. So they have that conversation. This is what I'm saying. He's saying, I put you in this White House, and now the powers that be, you have made a laughing stock. But this is what I'm not understanding. We still don't know what makes her father so powerful. Who is he? What does he do? What did he do to become this powerful man that can put people? And he said, this ain't about America. This is about money. Okay, but what did you do that you're in this great position where you are bigger than the president and all this other stuff? That's what I want to know. That's what I want answered. That's what I need to know. I need to know, what is it that you do that makes you so great and all powerful? That's somebody answer that for me. And so they go on with that. First lady is shook, upset. They get in the car. She's telling the president, aren't Hunter, aren't you afraid and all this? Hunter says something. Next thing I know, they start fighting in the motorcade. They're fighting. Donald has to be called in. Donald goes in there and intervenes. The phone rings again. It's the father telling the president, you just don't learn, do you? You idiot. You moron, you buffoon, you jackass, you country bumpkin buffoon. You just don't learn. Like, he just told him, you just don't learn. You just do not learn. So, that was that. Now, let's go to another funny scene I thought was funny. Remember General Martin? I think that's his name, right? General Martin. He has this very serious conversation with Sam, but it was actually funny. And he's asking Sam, what's going on in that White House? And Sam was like, well, I'm sure Priscilla told you. So he said, listen, let's not play these little cat and mouse games. What's going on? He said, oh yeah, the maid was killed. And Sam said, then he said to Sam, you sleeping with the first lady? He said, what is wrong with you? He said, listen, stop beating yourself up. You shouldn't be beating yourself up. You should have been beating your meat. I was on the floor. I was like, Tyler, really? You should have been beating your meat. That's what he told me. He said something like, stop slamming your dick in the cash register or something like that. I was like, wow, okay, all right. He said, you were supposed to go and make this right with your wife. You got a good wife. Do you like this first lady? Are you attracted to her? So after they got that out of the way, then General Martin called out Max, that young lady, and Bobby. And so Sam was shocked, like, oh my goodness, he's still alive. And he said, listen, we got to take them down. This is what we need for you, Sam. Sam, get back with your wife. You and your wife, Priscilla, get back to work, and y'all get us some information. Here's some phones that we can use and call and do this, that, and the third. He said, we got to take them down, but we got to be careful because we know they're behind this whole thing. They tried to set him up and say that him and Yuma killed that hoe that got decapitated, but we know that wasn't the case. Then you got the maid being killed. We got so much going on, so much foolishness in this White House, and we got to take them down. The press secretary is supposed to be dead over a heroin overdose, and we know that's not what happened to her. So we really got to get this thing going. So now you see them in the car, Bobby, the crew, they're in the car, and they're like, we're being detailed. Next, the car gets rammed into. It is Kyle and his boys. They have this shootout, and Kyle's like, listen, Max, drop your weapon, or if you want to see your son again. And I'm like, okay. Clearly, Max didn't care nothing about that. Max is still shooting, whatever. And he's like, this is my chance now. This is my chance. So they have this shootout or whatever, and he escapes and gets in the car. He's on his way to the White House so that he can take down the president. So now we see the president getting out of the car to go into the White House, and bang, 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 we hear the shots, and it looks like the president has been shot, or somebody has been shot. It looked like it was the president. So that's where we left off. We left off with a cliffhanger, and we have to wait till next season. But guess what? Next season is a month away. They said it's returning. The new season is returning in October. I was like, okay, the new season is returning in October. Okay, so that was that. That was this episode. What did you guys think about this episode? Did you enjoy it? It was all right for me. I wanted some more outrageous, over-the-top foolishness. I wanted to laugh throughout, but I got a few chuckles in, but not enough. I still want to know how this father is so powerful. The first lady's father. How is he so powerful? What did he really do? What does he do? We got to find out. We're going to see what's going to happen. And we didn't get to see what Barry and the thugs are going to do to the Ragadushi, if they're going to do anything. Because, the Ragadushi, they got guns too. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know if that plays out on the other show, Ruthless, I believe. I don't watch that show, so I don't know. So I don't know what's going to play out with that. But we have to wait and see in the new season, which is out, they said October. So that's it. That's all what I had to say. I think I mentioned this in my last video. I'm in a short film, which is also a play, and we finished filming it. As soon as I find out more details about where it's going to air, I know it's going to be online, the short film, because the short film is more like a promotional for the actual play that's going to be out here. And so we'll see what happens with that. I'll let you know when I get the details about that. I have some other things in the works too. But that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. You all be blessed.